First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and above those great millstone, while lunch is truth. And also to those elect that scattered abroad, I like to say Shalom. And come back here today with another great and powerful lesson, the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the title of today's lesson is Many Great Miseries. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by ABC News. And it reads, man sets himself on fire outside courthouse where Trump is on trial. Let's get a little bit more. A man set himself on fire in a park across the street from the New York City courthouse where former President Donald Trump is on trial. The man, Maxwell Azario, was badly burned and taken to a hospital in critical condition, officials say. Trump was inside the downtown Manhattan courthouse at the time and was made aware of the fire outside, sources told ABC News. Let's get a little bit more. It said the NYPD said there was no threats to public safety, but the NYPD bomb squad was sweeping the area out of an abundance of caution. Azario took pamphlets out of his backpack and threw them around the park before pulling out a canister, pouring a liquid on himself and lighting himself on fire. Jeffrey Mandre, NYPD chief of department, says at a news conference. So we seeing these things gonna be up on the increase. We seeing that this guy right here, they had him labeled as a conspiracy theorist. One thing about it, he was very disturbed. And one thing about it, we seeing that as an uprising that, a lot of people are going against the government, they're constantly exposing all these lies and deception. And a lot of people are very angry. A lot of people have a very desperate, a lot of uncertainty, so this man right here set himself on fire. So he was very delusional. But one thing about it is that we knowing that these things gonna constantly pick up, more to come. Many great misery, because a lot of people are walking in great pride. Right now we're seeing what's going on in the Middle East. Things are constantly brewing. And also it's reports that that China, Russia, and Iran is getting ready to be in collaboration, that alliance that they are putting together, for this BRIC alliance. Also, they get ready to start their own currency. And we seeing what's going on between Israel and Iran. And we already know that these things are getting ready to spill over. The least of the flock shall draw them out. So we know that these things are already setting in place. So this looking just like Ezekiel chapter 38. The Lord is constantly moving the chess pieces around. So this man set himself on fire with this engineer, with this manufacturer, but it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we already know that these things won't constantly pick up. We know this will order out of chaos, mischief upon mischief, rumor upon rumor. We're seeing commotions over here, commotions over there, events, all sorts of calamities and catastrophes all around the world simultaneously. The plagues of are sent, and they're not going to slack down until the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So I have another news clipping before we start a day video. Let's go right here to this other one that I picked out right here. Right here, it said global implications. Military leaders warn of growing China, Russia, and Iran alliance. So we seeing right here that we constantly been hearing these things left and right. We already knowing that that they shall burn the whore. So we already know these alliances are coming together against Babylon the Great, America. And also we know that they're constantly ditching the dollar, what's called de-dollarizing. So we knowing that this fiat currency, this petrodollar is getting ready to be a thing of the past. And also we already know that this new SWIFT blockchain system is getting ready to come online. Even though we'll sound like a broken record, but hey, man, these things are spot on. We're seeing that these prophecies are speaking. We know that our salvation is at the door. So right now, we see it right here. I said, once again, it's a global implications. Said military leaders warned of growing China, Russia, and Iran alliance. So we already know once America get involved, it's gonna bring out the what? The kings of the East, which in fact China and Russia, and also those Arab nations. So hey man, this thing is about to get what bigger. You know what I'm saying? That last and final war right before what? The great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So the Lord is constantly causing these things to happen. I skill just a little bit of this. I don't want to read too much. It says here, the U.S. military leaders warned members of Congress on Thursday about a growing alliance among adversaries and the threats it poses to American interests. So we already seeing that right now. You know, hey, they're posing a whole lot against America interests. So we see that the BRIC nations are rising. You know, we seeing that, you know, these other nations constantly what exposing Israel, constantly exposing what America for what they really are. You know, you already know about these colonizers, you know, and they constantly what robbing and stealing and killing, you know, the hammer of the whole earth. And one thing about these nations are saying that they are strong right now. And one thing about we seeing that they are bucking up left and right. You know, they are fighting for a position to be what the next superpower. But the next superpower, what is coming, is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So let's get a quick precept before we start today's video. Let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. Pretty much the title of the day lesson. And it reads, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So a lot of our people right now are walking in great pride. You know what I'm saying? A lot of self-will. A lot of people do thy will, spirit. The love of many is constantly waxing cold and cold. You know, a lot of covenants, a lot of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sin added upon sin. You know, all sorts of iniquity, all sorts of abomination against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And also we know that Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks, are constantly speaking great words against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And also he's constantly what? Wearing out the saint. That's why we're asking the Lord, how long? This is not your rest. So one thing about it, you know, we're in the latter time right now. We're in the end time, real time. So we seeing these things are constantly pick up. See, this man set himself on fire. You know, many great misery, many great what events, global event, many great what calamity, many great what catastrophe all around the world. We seeing it happening left and right because what people what walking in great pride. A lot of people right now don't have a fear of the Lord right now. Still are talking about white man Jesus. Everyone can be saved. Everyone is going on with their daily life, not thinking of what's going on right in front of their face. These evils are growing all around us. And one thing about it, we knowing that things are getting ready to pick up. So let's read this again. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50 said, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So we're going to constantly see all sorts of this type of events. This man set himself on fire. You know, I think it was another man set himself on fire at another event. I can't remember, but we're going to constantly see these type of people going to be jumping off a building. People going to shooting themselves in the head, setting themselves on fire. A lot of people, you know, is going to do all sorts of sensitive things. So the Lord said, I shall give them a strong delusion. The Lord shall choose your delusion. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about it, the Lord is constantly bringing forth judgment. He's putting it right in front of your face. Things are getting ready to increase. That's why we got to be what? Vigilant. We got to be always watching. We got to be always praying and keep our eyes on the prize, which in fact is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So we'll start today's video. Then after today's video, we'll start the lesson. And I hope that you will get edified.
This man right here just set himself on fire in front of the Donald Trump trial. Now, I'm not going to show y'all the video. You can find it online, but I will show y'all the manifesto that he wrote leading up to this point. His manifesto reads, my name is Max Azzarello, and I am an investigative researcher who set himself on fire outside of the Trump trial in Manhattan. This extreme act of protest is to draw attention to an urgent and important discovery. He says we are victims of a totalitarian con, and our own government, along with many of their allies, is about to hit us with an apocalyptic facet world coup. He then goes on to say these claims sound like fantastical conspiracy theory, but they are not. They are proof of conspiracy if you investigate the mountain of research. You will prove them too if you learn a great deal about Ponzi schemes. You will discover that our life is a lie. If you follow the story in the links below, you will discover the rotten truth of post-truth America. You will learn the scariest and stupidest story in world history, and you will realize that we are all in a desperate state of emergency that requires your action. He then goes on to say, to my friends and family, witnesses, and first responders, I deeply apologize for inflicting this pain upon you. But I assure you it is a drop in the bucket compared to what our government intends to inflict. Because these words are true, this is an act of revolution. Here's another page that I found interesting. You can definitely pause to read this. Pause to read this paragraph right here. You're going to want to. So it sounds to me that Max Azzarello did this to make a statement. It honestly is sad that it happened this way. But then again, as Max said, I assure you it is a drop in the bucket compared to what our government intends to inflict. This whole story is kind of sad and messed up that he felt the need to do this. But then again, these are the measures that some people are actually willing to go to speak their truth. More specifically, to expose deep secrets about the government. He said it himself, because these words are true, this is an act of revolution. And what does revolution mean? A forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. Because Max had it fixated in his mind and had absolute proof that we have all been lied to and that we are in a totalitarian doomsday cult. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Do you think that this will spark change, or do you think that Max did this for nothing?
I just wanted to remind everybody that the alliance between Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran are way stronger than NATO's any day. Keep that in mind. NATO has...
Russia, China, and Iran are the new team on the block. You understand me? And it's time to step out of this false reality that we've created over here in America, where we feel as though we're untouchable, where we feel as though we're the all-powerful and almighty. You've got to understand that the United States has never won a war against a nation country, and it's been in several. North Korea, Vietnam, Japan, they had to use an atomic weapon. They couldn't even defeat the small island. So when the Eurasian Russians, the Asian Chinese, and the Persians come together, this is biblical. And for those that know, it's time to rejoice. Sit back, grab your popcorn, and watch it all pop off.
So we seeing that at the end he shall speak and not lie. So we know that see a lot of things are being exposed right now. The Lord is constantly what? Revealing a lot of things. Constantly what? Making Esau barren and barren. So let's just start here in Habakkuk chapter 2. Let's start today's lesson in Habakkuk chapter 2. That's a quick lesson through the Spirit. Habakkuk, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16. Because this is exactly what's happening. It says here, it says, that thou art filled with shame for glory. Said, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall turn unto thee, and shameful spearing shall be upon thy glory. So that's what we're seeing right now. So this guy, he saw himself on fire. And one thing about it, he had a belief that, we're being lied to, that this government is run, is satanic. I don't want to go too far into it. But one thing about it, he already knowing that this is about what total control, this new world. You understand what I'm saying? So we're seeing that we're here, and also this digital device that go under your skin. So that's where these things are leading to. And a lot of people are bugging out. A lot of people are constantly, in great desperation, You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said many great misery shall befall them in the latter time, which in fact is now. So we seeing all these things are constantly happening, being exposed. You know, all the lies and deception. The Lord is shedding lights on it. Also, a lot of people beginning to see that America is constantly circling the drain. So we seeing rumors upon rumors. All sorts of events are happening. So let's read this once again. It said Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16 said, thou art filled with shame for glory. Said, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spearing shall be upon thy glory. So that's exactly what's happening right now. So people are watching the world right now. They seeing what's going on between Israel and Iran, seeing what's happening here, right here in our own backyard. A lot of people right now are constantly are rising up against what the government keep rising up against one another. You know what I'm saying? They don't trust the government. You know, there's no trust here anymore. There's a great divide. If a nation is divided, it cannot stand. So we seeing it happening left and right, you know, order out of chaos, you know, civil war, civil unrest, rioting, you know what I'm saying? Great death and mourning. We seeing it all around us at a fast pace. So this guy just, you know, really put himself to death. You know, they said he's still alive, but for how long we do not know. So now let's go here to Jeremiah. Let's go here to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah chapter 51. 51, and we'll start up at verse 7. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. And it reads that Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. So that's what we're seeing right now. You know what I'm saying? That golden cup is talking about America. You know, America was you know, what you call the nation boiling pot. Everyone could come here and get rich and do thy will spirit right here. You know, Babylon the Great. And one thing about it, the nations are mad right now. You know, you see they having their own alliance. They putting their own currency together. You know, they constantly are saying that they don't want to have anything else to do with America. The hammer of the whole earth, constantly going in other people's countries, robbing, stealing, and killing, doing all sorts of things. Also, a lot of these nations, which in fact I think Saudi Arabia, and also I think Saudi Arabia, that's a part of Kuwait, and it's another one, said that they will not let America use their bases that they have set up in their territory. They said they're not going to let them use that to attack Iran. So we seeing that these things are, man, they're picking up left and right. So the nations, you know what I'm saying, they had been drunk, and all of them, you know, all of them have been once upon a time allies with America. You know what I'm saying? You know, this exporting and merchandising and all this, but now all of them have fornicated with the whore. What I mean by that is that, you know, all of them was once upon a time, you know, was dealing with America, you know, but now, you know, they are finding out, you know, who's causing all these problems, who constantly setting up these dummy government, you know, constantly, you know, like down there in Niger, you know, they running them all out, you know, so America is finished. People are sick and tired of America. America is on its way out. We seeing it happening right before our eyes. So these nations are mad, you know what I'm saying? They constantly are rising up, causing, you know, these alliances, China, Russia, Iran, and many others, you know, get ready to join. They shall burn the whore once again. Verse 8, it said, Babylon is sudden falling and destroy. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed, but she shall not be healed. Verse 9 said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not here. Forsake her and let us go, everyone, unto his own country, for her judgment reaches into the sky and is lifted up even to the sky. So that's what the Lord's getting ready to do. You know, the Lord's getting ready to go ahead on and destroy this place, you know, in 1 hour. So we're seeing that these things are constantly lining up left and right. We're seeing that Ezekiel chapter 38 war is constantly coming together. We're seeing these alliances are coming together. We're seeing that other nation that was allies with America is constantly turning their back on America, Babylon Great. Also, we already know that, you know, we ride upon a great economic collapse. And also, you know what I'm saying, cyber attacks, all sorts of terrorist alerts right here in America. So things are constantly picking up. Things are getting ready to spill over. This war is getting ready to be one of the greatest war that you'll ever see and we'll never see again. A time of trouble that we've never seen before. So now let's go here to Jeremiah 50. Something I want to get out of here. Jeremiah 50, we'll start up at verse 9. Let's see, Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. So it reads, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So we seeing these alliances constantly coming together against America. We already know once America get involved, China and Russia and these Arab nations are going to get involved and put America on their what? On their asses. You already know it's already been prophesied. So the least of the flock shall draw them out. And he's talking about these arrows. What are those arrows? Those arrows are these what? IBCM missiles, the intercontinental ballistic missile. You know what I'm saying? They get ready to be shot, to the ends of the earth, you know what I'm saying, to the four corners of the earth, so they would not miss their mark, so we read upon a thermonuclear exchange at any given time. There's already rumors of things could go nuclear between Iran and Russia. We already know these things are going to happen. It's already been prophesied. The Lord word will not return to him void. So we're seeing that these things that happen are a symbol of nation, or what, alliance. You know what I'm saying? They coming together. We seeing it left and right, man. The Bible is spot on. Verse 10, it said, and the Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoiled her shall be satisfied, says the Lord. The Chaldea is going into what? The land of the Chaldean. What America, Babylon the Great. And the Chaldeans goes into a ancient priesthood on the left-hand side. All the witchcraft, all the enchantment, all the sorcery will not help them. When you go to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 11, it says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifers at grass, and bellows as bulls. So hey, you just talking about America, Babylon the Great. This place, is a lot of people are living fat off the hog here, and one thing about it, destroyed the Lord heritage, which in fact, what is Israel, the needy, the poor. So the Lord's getting ready to recompense, get ready to judge this place, for all the controversies of Zion. So we seeing that these things are picking up. It's something else I want to get out of here. I'm trying to see what else I want out of here. I don't think it's in this ain't what I want here. But one thing about it is that we, this place is here is getting ready to be a place that is going to be never be inhabited anymore. Let's go back to something else I want to get out of here. One moment, Jeremiah 51 is something else I want to get out. Oh, this is it right here. I missed this right here. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 11. It said, make bright the arrows, said gather the shield. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. So one thing about it, we already know that the spirits of the kings of the Medes are just talking about what? Russia. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, so we seeing these things are lining up. We know that Russia is going to be a guard to these other nations, or Iran, you know what I'm saying? The Arab nation and many others going to join them, and also these African nations. So we seeing that these things are constantly picking up. So once America get involved, that's when Russia and China are going to get involved. It's getting ready to be a big event. You know what I'm saying? This war is getting ready to grow bigger and bigger. It's getting ready to spill out of control. And also it's coming to our backyard. So we, you know what I'm saying? So we seeing right now that Israel is not going to stop, but the Lord is going to stop them. The Lord's going to what? Nuke that land. He's going to cleanse that land. So we are very close to this time. So we seeing that, these Bible prophecies are lining up just like clockwork, man, and we cannot wait. So now let's go here to our last and final script. Let's go here to Nahum. We'll close out here in Nahum. This quick lesson through the Spirit. Nahum see where it's at here. Nahum chapter 1. Nahum chapter 1. And we'll start up at verse. Let's start up here at verse 2. And we'll read down. Let's see, Nahum chapter 2. Nahum chapter 1 and verse 2 said, the Almighty is jealous, and the Lord revenges and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversary, and he reserveth wrath for his enemy. So that's what's getting ready to happen. Verse 3 said, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord has his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So the Lord's going to come here. You know what I'm saying? The body count is getting ready to be great. The Lord's getting ready to come out of his place, like a whirlwind with those chariots. The chariots are the most, what they're ignorantly called UFOs. So the Lord's getting ready to revenge. The Lord is getting ready to bring forth recompense, you know what I'm saying? And also he will not acquit the wicked. And also first his judgment will start at the house of Israel. So judgment is coming in a big way, massive judgment. So the Lord is constantly lining up the chess pieces. We're seeing that the Ezekiel chapter 38 war is coming together. You see he, gathering them all together for the last and final battle, the great war, World War III. The valley of Jehoshaphat. That's why the Lord is setting all these things up. So let's drop down to verse 7. And it reads that Nahum chapter 1 and verse 7 said, the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. That's talking about the elect, the true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, because one thing about it, the Lord is going to what? Provide for the elect. He's going to sustain you in these times of trouble, and that wisdom and knowledge shall be a stronghold in the day of trouble. This Bible is spot on. Verse 8 said, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. Verse 9, he said, what do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make a utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. So this is the last and final conflict right before what? The great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's why we're seeing all these UFOs all across the world. That's why we're seeing all these calamities. We're seeing all sorts of war brewing everywhere. We're seeing great tribulation is come. We're seeing what persecution is come. We're seeing what great death is coming upon us. Also, what judgment is now at hand. We're seeing these things are constantly lining up. And one thing about it, we are constantly rejoicing. We asking the Lord, how long, O Lord? We are hastening his great and glorious return. We cannot wait. Ball, DTA, down with Babylon. We're ready for this place to be destroyed, because we know that once this place be destroyed, that means that our kingdom is coming. It is fast approaching. One thing about it is there's a lot of people right now are still not believing, still are not considering, still thinking that they're a good case, and all these things are constantly happening. That's many great misery shall befall them in the latter time. The Lord shall chew their delusion, because they are that same rebellious house that did not want to return to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We know that the heathens are constantly raging. But one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to put an end to this nightmare very soon. So the title of the daily lesson, once again, is Many Great Miseries. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.